Beloved listener, life moves on a current of infinite intelligence. This current knows the way, it holds the perfect solution, the perfect door, the perfect opportunity. But so often, we stand in the stream, fighting the current, demanding it take us where we think we must go. Let today be the day you release the grip. Let today be the day you allow the current to carry you. The moment you let go, the current of divine order begins to take over. Your fear dissolves, your striving ends, and the impossible, that which seemed locked away, begins to take shape before your very eyes. There is a higher order working in your favor. There is no obstacle too great for this infinite flow. There is no dream too large, no mountain too high, no road too blocked. The very thing that once felt impossible will become natural once you align with the flow. Do not chase, do not push. Stand in calm expectancy and know that everything meant for you will appear at the perfect time. Speak words of faith. Release thoughts of fear. Trust the process and watch as the impossible bends itself into possibility. When you let go, you are not losing control. You are returning to true control. You are letting the unseen intelligence rearrange your world for good. Say now, I let go. I flow with life. I welcome miracles. The impossible is appearing for me now. And it will. Life has a current, a steady, unseen river that flows beneath every experience, every challenge, and every dream. It is not random, not chaotic, but beautifully ordered. It moves toward harmony, toward balance, toward the fulfillment of all that is good and right for you. This current is not something you create with your effort. It already exists, guiding and directing the steps of those who are willing to listen. Just as a river knows how to find its way to the ocean, this divine current knows how to carry you to the fulfillment of your purpose, the manifestation of your desires, and the realization of what you once thought was impossible. Most people are unaware of this current because they are too busy fighting it. They are swimming upstream, pushing against circumstances, forcing results, and exhausting themselves in worry and effort. They believe that everything must come through struggle and strain. But when you become quiet and still, you begin to sense the subtle movement within you that whispers, "This way." You begin to notice how life rearranges itself when you stop interfering. Suddenly, opportunities appear where there were none. People show up to help you. Ideas come into your mind that solve what once felt unsolvable. This is the current at work. And it is always present, always ready to move you forward when you allow it to carry you. To trust the current is to understand that life is intelligent and benevolent. There is no need to panic about missed chances or closed doors. For what is truly yours cannot be taken from you. The current will bring it back around, perhaps in a better form than you imagined. Many times, what we call delays or setbacks are simply the current redirecting us to a more perfect path. Just as a river bends to avoid an obstacle, life bends situations so that you are always being led to the right place at the right time. When you believe this, you stop rushing, you stop worrying. You learn to rest, knowing you are not drifting aimlessly, but being carried toward something good. This does not mean you sit idle and do nothing. To flow with life is to stay sensitive and responsive. It is to listen for inner guidance and take action when the moment feels right. The current will nudge you, sometimes gently, sometimes with great force. You may feel an urge to call someone, to move to a new city, to start a project, or to release something that no longer serves you. When you follow those nudges, you discover that everything begins to work out with a strange ease, as if the pieces of life have been waiting for you to step into place. When storms come, as they inevitably do, the current does not disappear. It may become harder to feel it through the noise of fear and doubt, but it is still there, carrying you even when you cannot see the way forward. Trusting the current means allowing yourself to be moved even when you do not know the destination. It is choosing faith over control, peace over panic. And when you do, you discover that this current does not just carry you to where you want to go. It carries you beyond it, to places more beautiful than you dared to imagine. Release resistance and the entire rhythm of life begins to change. Resistance is the invisible tension that keeps good from reaching you. It is the tightening of the mind, the holding on to fear, the clinging to control, the constant rehearsing of what might go wrong. Resistance says, "It must happen my way, on my time, in the exact form I demand." But life is far wiser than our limited plans. The moment you release this tension, the moment you stop insisting, you allow the natural flow of events to bring you what is truly right and perfectly timed. Resistance often hides itself under noble names like determination, ambition, or persistence, but true persistence does not fight, it trusts. Resistance is a subtle battle with reality. It shows up as frustration when things don't move fast enough, as anger when plans shift, as fear when you can't see the next step. When you resist, you are like a person gripping the edge of a fast, moving river, exhausting yourself while the current waits patiently for you to let go. The very thing you desire is often being held back, not by fate, not by lack, but by the very energy of resistance you are giving off. When you release resistance, you shift your inner atmosphere from struggle to surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up your desires. It means giving up the tight hold that strangles them. It means saying, "Life, you know better than I do how this should come. I trust your timing. I trust your method." Suddenly, what seemed stuck begins to move. Phone calls come unexpectedly. Opportunities open. Your mind becomes clear and creative again. You begin to see solutions that were invisible while you were tense and anxious. Resistance can live in the body as well as the mind. You may notice your shoulders tighten, your chest feels heavy, or your breath becomes shallow when you are resisting. By simply breathing deeply, by relaxing your shoulders, by letting the body soften, you send a signal to life. I am ready to receive. I am open. This openness is magnetic. It draws the right circumstances and the right people to you. Life responds to a relaxed, trusting spirit faster than it responds to one that is forcing, grasping, or demanding. The practice of releasing resistance is really the practice of releasing fear. Fear of not having enough, fear of being left behind, fear of failure, fear of loss. These are the roots of the inner tension that blocks your good. When you remind yourself that there is a higher order, that you are supported, that nothing meant for you can be taken from you, the fear begins to melt away. And as fear melts, faith rises. Faith is the most powerful dissolver of resistance, for faith says, "Even if I cannot see the way, it is being made for me right now." Many breakthroughs come the very moment you stop fighting for them. The relationship appears when you stop chasing it. The solution comes when you stop obsessing over it. The money flows when you stop worrying about it every day. This is not passivity. It is powerful alignment. You are stepping out of the way so that the unseen forces can do their perfect work. And when they do, it often happens with such grace and speed that you wonder why you ever struggled at all. Trust the timing, for there is a perfect hour for every dream to unfold, and that hour cannot be rushed or delayed. The moment you plant a seed, you do not dig it up the next day to see if it has grown. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you wait in confidence, knowing that in the unseen soil, life is at work. The same is true for your desires. They are planted as invisible seeds in the soil of spirit the moment you ask for them, the moment you dare to imagine them. Your task is not to force the sprouting, but to hold faith that it is happening, even when you see nothing on the surface. So often, impatience becomes the thief of peace. You may believe that because something has not arrived yet, it will never arrive at all. This thought leads to fear, to doubt, and to hurried actions that create more confusion. But the delay is not denial. The pause is a preparation. There are people being moved, opportunities being arranged, doors being carved open for you, things you cannot yet see but will soon look back on with amazement and gratitude. Life never forgets a true desire. It holds it for you until the perfect moment. Trusting the timing is an act of surrender to divine wisdom. It is to believe that you are not late, that you are not behind, that you have not missed your chance. The right moment is never gone. It is merely waiting for you to be ready for it. There are seasons for everything, seasons of learning, of growing, of waiting, of receiving. When you learn to love the season you are in, you prepare the ground for the next one to blossom. Impatience says, "I want it now." Faith says, "I know it is on the way, and I will meet it with joy when it comes." Timing is one of life's greatest teachers. Sometimes it makes you wait so you can grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of holding what you have asked for. Sometimes it brings things sooner than you expected, surprising you with grace and abundance. Both the waiting and the sudden blessings are perfect, because they come when they will do you the most good. A premature blessing can feel like a burden. A hurried answer can feel incomplete. Life does not make mistakes in its timing. When you find yourself restless, remember that the unseen is working in your favor. Every moment of apparent stillness is a moment of alignment. It is the preparation before the breakthrough. Even the setbacks are part of timing. They redirect you, reposition you, and prevent you from walking through the wrong door. What seems like a delay can save you from years of struggle by leading you toward a better outcome. When you trust timing, you live with greater ease. You no longer compare your life to others, for you know your journey has its own rhythm. You no longer panic when things take longer than expected, for you know they are being prepared in excellence. You no longer lose sleep over when, because you know the when is already decided, and it is good. Trusting timing frees you to live fully in the present moment, confident that the future is unfolding exactly as it should. Speak faith, not fear, for every word you speak is a seed planted in the fertile soil of life. Your words are creative power. They go forth and shape circumstances, attract opportunities, and set invisible forces into motion. When you speak fear, you call forth the very things you wish to avoid. When you speak faith, you summon the good you long to experience. The tongue can bless or curse, open doors or close them, create harmony or chaos. The choice is always yours. Fear often whispers first. It speaks loudly in the mind, painting pictures of loss, lack, and disappointment. If you repeat those pictures with your words, you give them strength. You may find yourself saying things like, "It never works out for me. I can't afford this. I always have bad luck," or "I am afraid this will go wrong." These words build a reality you do not want. Life hears them and obeys, not because it wishes to harm you, but because it is designed to reflect what you continuously affirm. To speak faith is to deliberately choose words that align with what you desire, not what you fear. It is to say, "Everything is working out for me," even when appearances say otherwise. It is to say, "I am guided to the right place at the right time," when you feel uncertain. It is to say, "I always receive what I need," when the evidence seems scarce. Faith speaks of the desired outcome as if it is already here. It does not beg, it does not worry, it does not plead. It declares with quiet authority that good is on the way. Speaking faith is not pretending problems do not exist. It is affirming that solutions are already forming. It is refusing to give fear the microphone of your words. It is choosing to focus on what can go right rather than what can go wrong. The more you do this, the more peace you feel. Your energy shifts, your mind opens. You become receptive to ideas and opportunities that you were blind to while speaking fear. Words of faith have a cleansing effect. They wash away the residue of doubt and worry. When spoken consistently, they begin to reprogram your subconscious mind, which is the silent architect of your reality. You begin to expect good things, and expectation draws them to you. The universe responds to the vibration of your words. It mirrors them back to you in people, in events, in outcomes. This is why careless words are so dangerous. When you say, "I can't win," "I'm unlucky," or "this will never happen," you send out a command and life obeys. Begin to watch your words as carefully as you watch your thoughts. Before speaking, ask yourself, am I speaking faith or fear? If the words carry fear, pause and choose again. Replace them with something empowering, something that declares trust. Even a simple phrase like, "Things are working out for me," can begin to change the entire atmosphere of your life when spoken often. Faith-filled speech does not have to be loud or dramatic. It can be soft, steady, and calm. It is not the volume that carries power, but the conviction behind it. When you speak faith with a believing heart, you align with the unseen good that is ready to appear. And as you persist, fear loses its grip, and life begins to echo back the very words you have spoken in trust. Expect miracles, for they are the natural result of aligning yourself with the higher order of life. A miracle is not something rare, reserved only for a chosen few. It is the natural outcome of faith, the visible evidence of the unseen working on your behalf. When you expect miracles, you shift your entire inner world. Your heart opens, your mind clears, and your energy becomes magnetic to the good that has been waiting to reach you. Expectancy is a powerful signal. It tells life, I am ready, I am willing, I am available for the extraordinary. Many people hope for miracles but do not truly expect them. Hope often carries the energy of uncertainty, a silent doubt that says, maybe it will happen, maybe it will not. Expectation, on the other hand, is quiet confidence. It is standing at the window of your soul as if you know the gift is on its way. When you expect, you are no longer surprised when the good arrives. You are grateful, but not shocked, because deep down you already knew it was coming. Expecting miracles changes how you move through life. You no longer look at obstacles as final. You look at them as temporary appearances that will soon give way to something better. You no longer panic when resources look scarce, for you know that supply will appear in ways you cannot predict. You no longer shrink back in fear when faced with challenges, because you understand that they are the very soil in which the miracle grows. Every great shift, every breakthrough, is born out of a moment when things seemed impossible. right before they became possible. Miracles often arrive through natural channels, disguised as ordinary events. A phone call at just the right time, an unexpected opportunity, a sudden change of heart, a new idea that lights up your mind. All of these are miracles in motion. When you live in expectancy, you notice them more easily. You stop dismissing them as coincidences and begin to see them as answers to the quiet prayers of your heart. To expect miracles is to make room for them. Doubt crowds them out, fear delays them, overthinking can block them entirely, but simple, childlike expectation invites them in. You can train yourself to expect good things by speaking words of gratitude before the blessing even arrives. Say often, I welcome miracles. I am open to the unexpected good that is on its way. When you do, your vibration rises, and you become a match for the very outcome you seek. Even when life seems still, the miracle is forming. Behind the curtain of the visible world, people are being moved into place, events are being aligned, and pathways are being cleared. Just as dawn follows the night without fail, so too will your miracle arrive when the time is right. Your role is to stay in faith, to refuse to speak against your good, and to live as though you know something wonderful is about to happen, because it is. When you expect miracles, you become a walking invitation for grace. Your calm assurance inspires others. Your peaceful energy attracts opportunities. You find yourself in the right place at the right time without trying to force it. And the more miracles you experience, the more natural they feel. Until you begin to understand that what you once called miraculous is simply the normal life of one who trusts and flows with the divine current. True control comes from letting go, for real power is never found in clinging, grasping, or forcing outcomes to bend to your will. The more you try to control every detail, the tighter you hold on to how things must happen, the more life feels heavy and unyielding. You may find yourself anxious, exhausted, and frustrated because no matter how much effort you apply, nothing seems to move. This is because control built on fear creates resistance, and resistance blocks the very good you are trying so hard to reach. Letting go is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is releasing the illusion that you must carry the entire weight of life on your own shoulders. When you let go, you place your trust in the greater wisdom that governs all things. You recognize that there is a higher intelligence arranging circumstances in your favor, one that sees the bigger picture far beyond what your eyes can see. To let go is to hand over the reins and say, I am willing to be guided. I am willing to be led to the right place at the right time. Suddenly, your energy shifts, the tension in your body eases. Your breath becomes deeper. You begin to notice solutions appearing without effort, people showing up with help, doors opening as if by magic. This is the paradox. You gain true control by releasing false control. True control is not about micromanaging life. It is about directing your own state of mind. You cannot always control outer circumstances, but you can always control the thoughts you choose to entertain, the words you choose to speak, and the attitude you choose to hold. This is where your greatest power lies. When you keep your inner world calm, clear, and aligned with faith, life reflects that harmony back to you in the outer world. It is like the still surface of a lake. When it is calm, it reflects the sky perfectly. Letting go does not mean you stop taking action. It means you take inspired action rather than desperate action. Desperate action is born of fear, rushing, pushing, trying to force the outcome. Inspired action feels light and effortless, like a natural next step. When you are in alignment, these steps appear clearly. You are drawn to make a call, write a message, visit a place, or try something new, and these small steps lead to big breakthroughs. Because you are no longer acting out of panic, your actions have greater power and precision. Letting go also means releasing attachment to how the outcome must appear. Often, what you want is on its way, but because it does not look exactly like you imagined, you resist it or overlook it. By letting go, you stay open to receiving your good in any form it may come. Life may have a better way, a faster path, a more beautiful solution than the one you were trying to force. Trust allows you to accept it with gratitude when it shows up. True control comes when you stop wrestling with life and begin to cooperate with it. You learn to move with the rhythm rather than against it. You allow the current to carry you instead of exhausting yourself by swimming upstream. In this surrendered state, you find freedom, clarity, and peace. And from that place, everything begins to work for you, not against you. What once felt like chaos now feels like divine order unfolding step by step. You discover that life was never against you. It was simply waiting for you to loosen your grip so that it could place something far greater into your open hands. So now, stand still for a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the current of life carrying you even as you listen. Release every struggle, every worry, every need to control. Trust that the timing is perfect, that what is meant for you is already on its way. Speak words of faith over your life and refuse to bow to fear. Expect the miraculous, welcome it, prepare for it as though it were already here. And above all, let go, flow. Know that by doing so, you are not stepping into uncertainty, but into the arms of perfect order. The impossible is not far from you. It is already forming, already reaching for you. Say quietly within yourself, I am at peace. I trust the process. I flow with life, and life flows to me in abundance. The impossible is appearing now. Then watch as life answers your faith with a beauty, a grace, and a power that leaves you in awe.